Hi everyone, welcome to another super story. Do you remember we're talking at the moment about people who listen to God? Heard about Jonah in the last couple of weeks, didn't we? He didn't do a great job of listening to God, but I think he got a bit better at it as the story went on. Well, today's person, Nehemiah, he was really good at listening to God, I think. This is his story. So do you remember when we heard about Daniel? Daniel and his friends got taken to Babylon, didn't they? They got captured out of Jerusalem and taken away to Babylon. Well, Nehemiah's story happened years and years and years later than that. But the Jewish people were still living in Babylon. They hadn't gone back to Jerusalem. Only a few people had. There were a few people who were left behind. Now, Nehemiah, he worked for the king. His job was to bring the king his wine every day. It was a good job, you know. Nehemiah got that sorted out. He got all the wine ready. He took it into the king. He put it down and then he left again. That's what he had to do. And Nehemiah was very good at his job. The king liked him for that. One day, though, Nehemiah's brother came to see him. Nehemiah's brother was living in Jerusalem. And when Nehemiah's brother came to see him, he said, Nehemiah, it's not good in Jerusalem. The walls around the city, they're broken down. The gates, they've been burnt with fire. There's nothing left of them. The walls are crumbling. We don't like it there. We feel ashamed to live there. We feel so sad because of the walls. They don't protect us and they don't show how good God is. We feel so sad. Well, Nehemiah felt so sad too. In fact, Nehemiah felt so sad that right there he sat down on the floor and cried. He cried and cried and cried because he felt so sad about those walls being broken. He wanted to show how great God was. He sat on the floor and for a few days he didn't really eat anything. He just cried and prayed to God. He prayed and he said, God, you are amazing. You're so great. You're the God of heaven. We're not so good. We've done wrong things. Please, God, will you listen to my prayer? We know we've done wrong things and you said long ago, God, that if your people didn't listen to the laws, the 10 Commandments that Moses gave us, that you gave us, then you'd take us away from Jerusalem. You'd scatter us in all different places around the world. That's what's happened, God. We know that because we didn't follow you. But God, you also said that if we decided to follow you again, you'd bring us back. Please, God, that's what I want. Please, God, will you listen to my prayer? I'm going to speak to the king later. Please, will you help him to listen to me? That was the end of Nehemiah's prayer. Later that day, he was getting ready to take the king his wine. He brought it in and his face was so sad and his shoulders were drooping and his head was down. The king said, Nehemiah, why are you so sad? You're not ill. I can see you're not ill, so you must just be so sad. Nehemiah was very scared because no one was allowed to talk in front of the king. And if you said something the king didn't like, you'd be killed. Nehemiah was so scared that the wine started to shake a bit, but he knew he had to answer the king. He said, Oh, king, wonderful king. I'm sad because of my city. The city my people used to live in long ago. The walls are broken and ruined. The gates have been burnt with fire. I'm so sad. Then the king said, What would you like to do? Well, Nehemiah felt very frightened again. But he closed his eyes for a second, and in his heart and in his mind he prayed to God. He opened his eyes and he said, King, if I please you, if I've done a good job, please, will you let me go home to Jerusalem? Please let me go back and fix that wall. Well, the king, I think God had been working in that king's heart, because the king said, oh yes, Nehemiah, you can go. How long do you need to be gone for? And Nehemiah told him, and the king said, okay, that's fine. And then Nehemiah said, will you please write me some letters? Because I'm going to have to travel through lots of different countries and towns, and people might hurt me if I'm just travelling on my own. Please will you write me some letters to say that I work for you and you're my king? Oh yes, said the king. And Nehemiah said, and please may I take some wood, some logs from the person here who has so many, the person who provides those logs for the palace. The king said, oh yes, you can. Nehemiah couldn't believe it. It was incredible. God had really helped that king. Really helped that king to give Nehemiah exactly what he needed. So that's what Nehemiah did. He gathered those logs up and he got ready for his long journey, and he travelled all the way to Jerusalem. Well, when he got there, he felt sad all over again. He could see how much the wall was broken, how much the gates were destroyed. There were already some people trying to rebuild those walls, but they weren't doing very well. They were struggling. Nehemiah went out that night and rode all the way around. He looked at all the walls and examined them, and he got a plan together in his head. He went to the people already building the wall and he said, I want to help. And then he explained the whole story. He told them how he prayed to God, how the king of Babylon had let him come, had written him all those amazing letters to help him get there. The people couldn't believe it. They knew that God was really helping Nehemiah. They let him be in charge. Nehemiah got his plan together quickly, and they built and built and built. So many different people came to help building that wall. Nehemiah was their leader, and he did such a good job. God was helping him every step of the way. Well, it took them 52 days to rebuild that wall. And that was a big wall. They must have worked so quickly and so hard to get it done. They were so pleased with their work. There were some people who laughed at them while they were building. There were some people who tried to stop them. But all the way through, God was on their side. He made sure that they could build that wall again. That is the end of our story about Nehemiah. He did lots of other things in his life, but I think that's a really cool thing. And I love the fact that whatever Nehemiah did, he prayed to God first. He wanted to check that his plans were God's plans. I think that's really cool. And it's really good to pray to God. In fact, I think we should do that now. So if you'd like to pray, you can put your hands together, close your eyes and listen very carefully. Lord Jesus, thank you that Nehemiah listened to you and talked to you before he did anything. Please help us to do the same thing, to talk to you all the time and to let you know our plans and listen to what your plans are. Amen. I hope you enjoyed today's story. There's not going to be any Saturday craft this week because I'm having a little bit of time off, but I will be here on Sunday for Family Sunday, and I'll see you then. Bye.